exclusive dash cam video, which is now the subject of several law enforcement investigations.
Eviscerates.
3 people were killed and 4 others were taken to local hospitals.
2022, Singh illegally crossed the border, our southern border in Mexico. Yes, Singh, eye on India, but crossed through the Mexican border. Are you starting to get the picture? That could be Al-Qaeda. That can be fentanyl. That can be sex slaves. Another fatal crash from a truck driver here in the United States. An illegal alien who had no business being here. At what point do so many anecdotes culminate to empirical evidence? It's time for Eye on India.
What's that smell?
All right. So I warn you, if you have kids watching, you don't see any gore, but it's very disturbing. And here's the thing too. I know what people are going to say. Well, there are plenty of accidents. I get it. A car is far more dangerous than a gun. I know how many people die from traffic fatalities, and very few of them, when you're looking at it as a percentage, come from illegal aliens with CDLs. I understand it. Let me present to you. It's much, much worse when it was a completely avoidable crime. It didn't need to take place, and it's expressly the federal government's job to ensure that these kinds of tragedies don't take place. So this one was committed again by a man named Jashanpreet Singh in California, and cops say that this truck driver never even stepped on the brakes, which seems to check out when you see the clip.
Exclusive dash cam video, which is now the subject of several law enforcement investigations.
Eviscerates.
It shows the moment a red semi-truck plowed into a number of vehicles on the westbound 10 freeway in Ontario just after 1 p.m. yesterday. The CHP told the LA Times the driver of this big rig is a 21-year-old man who is now under arrest on suspicion of driving under the influence of drugs. A total of 4 semis were involved and also 4 passenger vehicles, one of them exploding in flames. 3 people were killed and 4 others were taken to local hospitals.
So he was charged, by the way, with DUI and vehicular manslaughter. Singh, again, is his name. Take a guess. Now, here's the thing. Whenever there's a school shooting, and it is a tragedy, but the left politicizes it before the bodies are even cold. They go, oh, well, what gun? If it saves one life, would you give up your guns if it saves one life? Or would you give up your semi-automatic rifles if it saves one life? Would you give up your high capacity if it saves one life? First off, it wouldn't save any lives. It would actually result in far more lives being taken than saved. And go see the pro-gun change my mind videos on that. It's not even close. The homicide numbers versus defensive uses of firearms. But why doesn't it apply here? If it saves one life, could this have been prevented? 2022, Singh illegally crossed the border, our southern border in Mexico. Yes, Singh, eye on India, but crossed through the Mexican border. Are you starting to get the picture? That could be Al-Qaeda. That can be fentanyl. That can be sex slaves. U.S. southern border. He was released by the Biden administration under the Alternatives to Detention program. In other words, he came here illegally, along with 15 to 20 million people under the Biden regime, then was caught, just happenstance, lucky, was let out anyway.
As an alternative. The alternative being, let them kill people.
Yeah. The alternative is enforce the law. You still want to go on with that bullshit about they're just seeking a better life. I don't care. I don't care. Deport them all, period. Okay? Why? Because this didn't need to happen. It would be like someone walking in to the precinct downtown saying, I'm the leader of the Crips. Like, you're bullshitting. Great. We got him. You don't let him go. All under the guise of compassion. Well, ask the people who were just final destination. He didn't even hit the brakes.
A family.
In that video. A family.
It was a woman. I think I'm getting this right. I think it was Jennifer Davis. I think was her name, and 2 children, 12 and 9. I think.
Okay. I didn't have all the details yet. But
I saw that yesterday. So that could have been something I got too early. I apologize if I misspoke. But
obviously,
I think it was that SUV that burst into flames. That the first one that he hit.
Yeah.
But and he's out on bail too. I believe.
I believe it was a $25,000 bail.
Maybe, yeah.
I believe something like that. I saw a
check.
number that was
We can
really low.
check.
Mission
How
Control,
about-
you can check.
Maybe he didn't get out. Maybe they let him. Maybe he hasn't posted it, but
I don't know. But this guy shouldn't be in the country. He was caught where the people elected to protect the country. That's their primary job. Knowingly released a criminal back into the country. And knowing that this kind of thing happens all the time. It's unclear, just to be straightforward, it's unclear if he even had his CDL license. But I'm going to make a prediction for you, okay? Hold me to this. Call me to the matinee. It's time for a prediction.
Wish is granted.
Okay. So maybe he didn't have his CDL license. Now, maybe he presented a fake one. And that's very common in this industry. It's very common where those employing them go, well, presented the license, so hey, it's no longer my responsibility. And if we find out that that is the case, the media, for at least a period of time, until everyone else catches on, will present it as though this man who did seemingly have his license, I'm willing to bet he either didn't or it was a scam. Because keep in mind, around the time that Singh actually illegally invaded our country, that's when we saw the bribery schemes involving these California CDLs. Yep. They were unfolding, right? Largely orchestrated by Indians. Also, surprisingly enough, the one country where nearly 100% of credit card scams exist right now. Remember, in August, yet another illegal Indian alien, Florida, killed someone, had a California CDL.
Yep.
In New York, there was the CDL, just to give you an idea. Person was employed, had their license. It was literally listed, no name given was stated.
Unbelievable.
No, the DHS that arrested the Indian illegal, October 2025, had a New York CDL that literally stated, no name given.
insane that was written.
And I believe that person,
typed.
and I believe that person entered in illegally in 2023 and was also released by Biden. Think about this. This is not a conspiracy. Your government, one of their very few legitimate jobs on which we all is to protect you from both external and internal threats. They deliberately put you at risk. Why? Let's be honest, Lou. To buy votes. To buy votes. To buy fucking votes with your tax dollars. Do you understand that? What do you think happens? Let's add to this mountain of crap. This guy is here illegally. Singh. They catch him. He's here. They let him back out. Do you think he was paying taxes? Do you think he was buying insurance, or do you think he was going into emergency rooms and simply walking out? Do you realize how much he likely cost you, the taxpayer, before he murdered a family? And you've been told that you can't speak out against it because you're racist? You're racist?
Not to mention that guy's picking up loads and driving them across the country that someone else could, an American citizen could have.
Yep.
White, black, Asian, American could have done.
You're racist, and if ICE showed up and deported this guy before he killed people, well, they're the Gestapo. And you're a supporter of the Gestapo. Hey, if ICE is the Gestapo, and the majority of Americans, or half of the country, call it 40%, the number doesn't matter, they support deporting illegal aliens. If half of America supports the Gestapo, what does that make half of America? We didn't say it, I'll tell you. We just said that you vigorously support the Gestapo. Fine. You say ICE is Gestapo. I support the Gestapo, I guess, because I don't want Singh killing any more people. How about that? And by the way, on Josh's point, since June, President Trump has actually been acting this. At least 3,000 drivers have been taken off the road. Likely deported, right? There's been a crackdown on CDLs. They've imposed English proficiency requirements because we also now are looking at English as an official language. You know where else they have that? India. In India, English was the official language longer than here in the United States. And we may actually be seeing some results as well. People always say, well, who's gonna pick your lettuce? Then it was, who's gonna be your chemical engineers? And who's gonna be your architects? Who's gonna do tech? We need H-1Bs, right? Because Americans can't do anything. What about who's gonna do the trucking? You wanna tell me Americans won't do that either? No, it's that these companies, a lot of them too big to fail, they want cheap labor. Cheap labor. They are not your friends, and you're seeing now online quite a few. It's anecdotal, but truckers posting things like, here's Hellbent Hagen writing, normally do Chicago to Fargo for $1,200, had a broker call and offer me $1,800. Freight Alley wrote, it currently costs $3,472 to purchase a truckload from Los Angeles to Dallas on the spot market. This is up from $2,993 in mid-July, meaning that Americans who are always willing to do these jobs are doing them and actually being paid more. Hey, who'd have saw that coming? Unfortunately, due to supply and demand, the lot lizards are feeling the pain. So it's tough for them. So look, there's always unintended consequences.
Poor gal.
Hey, by the way, you said English proficiency, they're mandating that?
Yeah.
Guess what state is saying no to that?
Let me guess, California?
California.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, are they going
saying
to
no to
replace
that,
all the road signs with whatever Indians speak?
Apparently, I mean,
Indy?
these guys can't even understand what the road signs say.
No, they
so
have
no
they have like
idea.
a billion different languages in India. It's the modern day
one per
Tower of
God.
Babel because
Yes.
even God is tired of them.
And you know what? I do.
But which one?
Exactly.
Which code?
I don't know. That's where maybe you need a Brazilian to be like, I pray to my God. I pray to my God. He strikes you like the Tower of Babel. So many languages. Can't speak English? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think they also put I don't know if it's called an ICE hold or an immigration hold. I can't remember the exact term on this person in California that doesn't honor those. Do you think they're going to honor this one? I don't know. They gave him $25,000.
I do want to apologize for that. I'm not sure if that's true. You got that number from me. I shouldn't have said that.
The 25,000
on the air. If I didn't,
Oh, okay.
I didn't verify
Well,
that earlier. So I want to apologize.
You could admonish me. You know what? I appreciate it, but he killed a family.
Yeah,
That's enough.
I'm a little heated. I'm a little emotional.
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah, so
because you care about family.
Yeah.
You know, the family who was killed and the family of Charlie Kirk.
That's
right?
what I saw yesterday when I saw that that number. I was like, wow. So Davis mother. So some guy was at work and somebody called him and said, hey, by the way, your family is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, who did it? They let him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if all that's true, then yeah.
That was the first thought I had yesterday, and I was like,
Yep.
you know, who would call me wrong if I found him? You know,
Yeah.
that was me.
What do they do in India if you're an immigrant and you kill people in their country?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know what they do in a lot of the Middle Eastern countries.
Yeah, they just fuck a dog.
Yeah. Whoa. See, I
did that
got
come
spicy,
from?
but that just was out of nowhere. So look,
Really over the top.
I'll tell you guys the solution here, okay? Because we just gave you a solution, right, with Backyard Butchers for your beef. The solution here is not, I want to say it's nuanced, so just give me a moment. I'll need, hold on a second. Yeah. I'll need 6 seconds. Deport every single one. That's it. Deport every single one. You find them, deport them. Oh, you're still here, which is a miracle in the age of Instagram and shorts. I think you have some shorts up there. You have an attention span that is longer than that of a fruit gnat. So thank you. I'm glad you probably would like it a lot more if you actually head over and subscribe on Rumble. I'm live there 5 days a week, 11 a.m. Eastern, where free speech is still alive. Go to Rumble. Get off the social media ghetto that is YouTube, with a lot of homosexual activity here on YouTube. There may be some on Rumble, but I haven't seen it.